Hey, I got a conversation I want to have with King Randall. You guys know King Randall. He's been on the show several times. He runs the ex-boys camp in Albany, Georgia, where he's training up young men, particularly black men, in the way to go. King Randall, just 24 years old, one of the most impressive young people I think we have in the country. We like to bring him on from time to time because, man, he gets himself into some controversy because he has the audacity to try to teach young black boys how to be responsible young men in America. That is very, very controversial. And just this week, King Randall and his camp, they got in trouble because they taught young black boys how to engage with the police in a respectful manner. Oh, let's play the video, and then we'll bring in King Randall.
How you doing, sir?
Doing good.
Coach Mark Frank with Albany Police Department.
First thing I want to do is already have my stuff ready, okay?
Yes, sir.
You don't want to get to the freaking car, and when he gets to the car, and you got to go fumbling around looking for stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
Why don't we want to fumble around looking for stuff? Exactly. They're going to feel unsafe, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Regardless of whether they should or shouldn't feel unsafe, that makes somebody feel unsafe, you fumbling around, because things happen, right?
Yes, sir.
So when they get there, the first thing you want to do is already have your license ready and have your hands on the steering wheel, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Have your hands on the steering wheel, why?
Because before they don't think you reach for nothing.
So you're not reaching for stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. And another thing I want to do, I'm gonna let all my windows down, okay? I ain't got nothing to hide, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna let all my windows down in the car, and if it's nighttime, I'm gonna turn the car light on so he can see everything in the car, right?
Yes, sir.
Why am I doing that?
But he don't think you trying to hide nothing or somebody trying to hide something for you.
Exactly. Everybody feels safe, right?
Yes, sir.
So we already starting the stop off great. He probably in a good mood that I done let the window down, I done turned the lights on. He probably in a better mood now, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so boom, he gonna come to the car? Yes, sir. All right, cool. So he gonna get my license. He may or may not go back to the car, which they usually do. They're gonna basically check your name, see if you got any warrants, if your license suspended, blah, blah, blah. But you sit tight and just wait for him to finish. Good?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. He's coming back, bring my license. He's probably gonna give me a ticket for not having my seatbelt on. Now, what's the wrong thing to do if I'm getting pulled over and he come up to the car?
Run.
Nah, what? Run? We're not gonna run. And what's another thing we're not gonna do? Talk back, cussing, talking smack, all that stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
We're not doing none of that number if we get pulled over. We're not talking smack, we're not cussing, we're not telling them what our rights is, blase, blase, blah. We're not doing none of that, you understand?
Yes, sir.
We're trying to get home, and he trying to get home, cool?
Yes, sir.
You'll think I'm joking here, but watching that video almost makes me want to cry. It makes me emotional just because this is real solutions. And to see this young man, King Randall, devote his life to raising up young men in the right way, trying to keep them safe, trying to give them good habits, it just, well, one, it's going to make me donate to ex-boys camp when we're done with this interview. It's definitely going to do that. But it just gives me hope that there are guys out there like King Randall. But of course, not everyone like this. And he started getting tweets and pushback from people over Twitter. And I know Twitter's rigged and it's stupid, but someone tweeted at him, he's teaching them to bow to authority. Nah, he's teaching them how to get out of a ticket and make it home safe. Someone tweeted, I would rather teach the kids to kill before being killed. I'd rather teach the kids to get a jump on the police before they get a jump on you. Doing it this way leads to missing black Americans being found hanging in random places only for the same police department to label it a suicide. That is the Black Panther way. If you don't put these people in their places, they'll never do it out of righteousness. Is that tweet real? I don't know, but I do know you can get in a lot of trouble over social media for giving black men good advice. Randall, did you think you were doing something controversial here when you were teaching black boys how to behave properly?
Not at all. I've been teaching the kids that for a long time now. And since we've been doing workshops for the past couple of weeks, people have been suggesting we do different videos. So somebody talked about how to interact with the police. We've done this workshop several times. We just never posted about it, and we posted it this time. And we started out getting a lot of good feedback, and then of course, slowly trickling in, we got people saying, well, they're still going to get killed by the police anyways. And they were saying that my way was going to teach them to get killed by teaching them to be subservient to the police, et cetera. And I was telling them, I'm like, well, guys, it was 20 million traffic stops in 2023, and there were 32 unarmed Black people killed. But even with that saying unarmed, that doesn't mean that they weren't being belligerent or there were reasons for them to get, shot. But even again, with that, that number is so small. Again, this is just like 186 people were killed by airplanes last year in 2023. But there were 16.3 million flights. We don't hear anybody saying, oh, well, we should stop flying on airplanes because you're going to die still, and you're still going to die if you ride on an airplane, or people saying, well, you could still get killed with a seatbelt on. Well, I'm still going to wear it because it's going to reduce my chances of something bad happening. And that's the point. The point was never to say that nothing bad could happen or that there aren't any bad cops or whatever like that. The point is to teach respect, to teach manners, and to try and get home safe. We want to talk about our rights and all that stuff, not on the side of the road, but when we get to court. If we feel like the police were wrong or et cetera, wait till you get to court. I'm trying to make it home. I'm not about to create an argument with somebody on the side of the road. It's just, I wish we stop this whole thing where we keep acting like police are out to get, Black people in specific. I mean, I'm just like, we're all, working, and everybody has these same conversations with their sons, no matter the race. Everybody has these same conversations if they had a dad. And we're all told to be quiet, to just wait and don't argue, et cetera, because everybody's trying to make it home. So, just listening to all these people and what the media has given them, acting like Black people are being killed every day by the police is insane, and that's, they truly feel like they truly believe in their heads that there are Black people being killed every single day by the police. And there's a big epidemic of it happening when it's almost never happening at all.
Randall, the only tweak I would give to your feedback, and maybe y'all said this, but because my strategy, again, I know what the facts are. The chances of me being injured, let alone killed by the police, there's a better chance of me getting struck by lightning 15 times in a 15-minute span. So what my strategy is about is, how do I avoid the ticket? I don't want the ticket. And I've come up, the only thing that I felt like you left out is the number one thing I do. As soon as I see those red lights behind me, I get to the side of the road as quick as I can, because that's the first signal to the police, like, oh, this dude ain't got nothing to hide. Because if they see you driving for a half a mile, 2 miles, they're like, oh, he's trying to put away. He's trying to stop smoking weed. He's trying to hide something. I pull over as quick as I can. When that dude pulls up, my hand with my registration and license is already out the window. And the first thing he hears from me is, I'm sorry, officer. And it doesn't matter what happened. It don't matter. I could have been going the speed limit. I don't even know. First thing he hears from me is, I'm sorry, officer. I pulled over as quick as I can. Information's out there, and I'm already in a deferential, man, you ain't want to do this. Particularly if it's at night. He don't want to be coming out at night messing with me. And Randall, I'm just telling you, I'm about 75% successful with a warning, because I'm a speeder. I'm a bad speeder.
Me too. I'm a bad speeder, and every time I do the same thing you do. As soon as, before they even turn the lights on, I'm pulling over because I already know I was wrong. I've been let off so many times by just being polite and, just saying, hey, my bad, whatever like that. I wasn't paying attention, just being, honest. And I told the kids, just be honest if you were in the wrong. If you were in the wrong, just be honest about it and call it a day. And usually you'll get let off. Even the police officer told him, he said, yeah, I'll write tickets if I know they're lying. But usually when they tell the truth, I let them go. I just give them a warning, but that's again, how we could teach the kids simple respect, manners, and honesty. But, that's a lost art now. And I guess it's wrong to teach kids to have manners, because even we had people mad that the kids were saying yes, sir, in the video. They're like, why are they saying yes, sir? That's slave mentality, and that's Jim Crow etiquette, and they don't have to say yes, sir, and all that stuff. And I'm just like, well, what were white people slaves who were telling each other yes, sir, and yes, ma'am? Like, it's, we going so far backward, and it bears witness, why our community looks the way it looks now, just based off of all the mindsets of people who are just continuing all day to talk trash about this particular video and trying to critique it and saying they're still going to get killed and teaching them to kill the police first. And that tweet was real. I was going back and forth, with the guy, and he was so serious. He's like, nah, you got to teach them to kill the police first and blah, blah, blah. Mind you, he don't have not one police body on his record, but here we are telling kids to kill the cops. So
the other thing that you're doing that people may not pick up on is you're teaching kids the mentality, particularly young boys, you are responsible for your safety, not the police officer. If you want to put your life in the hands of the police officer, go ahead and get aggressive with him. Go ahead and justify him getting aggressive with you. If you're responsible for your own safety, it's like, I'm going to kill this dude with kindness because all I want to do is get out of here, safe number one, and without a ticket. And so I'm doing everything in my power to make sure that I'm safe. Because again, the state when he pulls that gun, the state, taser, whatever, the state is backing him up. I don't have that kind of backing. And so I'm outgunned, so how do I protect my safety? With respect, cooperation, deference. I don't mind being deferent. This is me at 56 and me having lived a very privileged life, but the entire time I'm sitting there thinking, you know how much more money I make than this police officer? You know how much more money I have in the bank than this police officer? Me giving him respect does not diminish me at all. He just pulled me over in my AMG Mercedes, which he can do the math on. And so I'm going to communicate to him like, nah, man, yeah, I got some money or whatever, but I respect you, brother. And I certainly don't think I'm any better than you. I'm not triggering anybody. I'm protecting myself.
Yep, I always say if you feel like all the police are white supremacists, I'm like, well, why antagonize them? I mean, this is the whole community that says that they're scared of the police. I'm like, well, if you're scared of them, I'm not going to go. If I'm scared of a dog, I'm not going to go antagonize it. I'm going to go away from it or try to get away from it. So I don't understand, why they're doing this.
Thank you, Randall. Great job as always. Here's how you can support Randall. It's important. Randall's going to be at Roll Call, by the way, on June 1st. Looking forward to hosting him here. Looking forward to hearing him speak. But we need to support what Randall's doing. The X, E-X, for boys, FOR.org. TheXforboys.org. Let me do it while I'm here. Is this a card or where's the donate button? I want to make sure that I don't, donate now, right here. Here we go. The X for Boys. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. Don't miss a second of Fearless. Hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with all of our latest content.